Yo guys, what is good? C-Ray back with another video, and today we're going to talk about the reasons that you might suck at calisthenics. Let's get into it. Now, the first reason, and not a lot of people probably think about this, but it's because you eat too much food and you consume too many calories. With calisthenics, you have to be a little bit light in order to be able to do some of the exercises, because if you're really heavy, it's just going to make it that bit harder for you, especially to be able to do the moves. So you might actually have the strength to do it if you cut off a bit of fat, or if you just shredded down that weight so that you can actually do some exercises, because otherwise you're just going to be limited to the same exercises and you're not going to be able to progress. So what you want to do is shred down that weight as best as you can and cut back on the calories, cut back on the food a bit. I like my burgers as much as the next guy, but I only have maybe one a week, if that. I also remember when I first started training calisthenics, I was eating too much, and I realized that I was doing this because I would get stronger in exercise, especially with pull-ups for instance, and then I'd put on a little bit more weight and I wouldn't really go anywhere just because of the fact that I was actually lifting up more every time that I tried pull-ups. And so I carried on at the same number of reps on pull-ups just because I didn't burn as much weight as I could have. And I don't mean you have to go completely skinny, guys. You don't have to go crazy skinny and burn off loads of stuff. But as long as you're light enough to actually perform the exercises to your best ability, then you want to be at that weight. And believe it or not, I had this same problem, and I'll show you a picture here of when I was a little bit overweight and I couldn't actually do as many pull-ups as I could have done if I burnt that extra weight off. So make sure that you're at a decent level of body fat so that you can actually perform the exercises to your best ability. And what rhymes with ability? Mobility. And that means that you need to be flexible enough in a lot of exercises in calisthenics. And so make sure that you're stretching for at least 10 minutes. Even 5 minutes is fine when you just start off. Make sure you're stretching before your workouts and after your workouts. Ideally a full body routine that you guys can do. And if you're confused with what ways you can warm up and you want a warm up routine, then I do have a warm up routine in the description that you can check out. For example, you're never going to be able to do the L sit properly and perform it with a proper form unless you stretch out those hamstrings, guys. So make sure that you're really stretching everything as best as you can and really work on that mobility, because that is just going to hold you back in calisthenics, and you want to be able to do the exercises and progress to the advanced level. So make sure that you give yourself the best chance in doing that. Okay, another reason why you might suck at calisthenics is because you have too much volume in your training. And by this I mean that you're doing way too many exercises in your workouts that you don't actually need to be doing, and you're actually slowing down your progress, guys, and potentially even just stagnating it and getting to a pit stop almost, but a never-ending pit stop. You don't go again. Anyways, you do not want to be falling into the pit stop, as I call it. You want to be carried on going, making sure that your tires are fully pumped up, and give yourself the best chance in winning the race. Obviously it's not a race, but I'm just trying to be clever, guys, okay? Leave me alone. An example of where you might be doing too much volume is if you're training for the planche and you're doing handstands and you're doing explosive push-ups all in one day. It can be done, guys, but ideally you want to limit yourself to about one skill every single workout that you're focusing on. I would say the absolute max would be 2. Any more than that, guys, and you're just going to be slowing down your own progress, unless you're some sort of super saiyan, as I always say. But the rest of us mortals, we'll just stick to 2 skills max per workout that we're trying to learn. And the last reason why you might suck at calisthenics is because you're not focusing on the main components you need to in order to build a good base for calisthenics and training to an advanced level. And by that, I mean making sure that you have good scapular control and also good core control and engagement. Making sure that you're practicing on working that scapula by doing scapular push-ups and scapular pull-ups. I still do scapular pull-ups and push-ups before every single push and pull day, guys. So don't think that you're going back a few steps, because you're not, guys. You're solidifying that base, and every day you're making it stronger, and that is what's going to make you stronger. And also when you get to the more advanced moves, again, guys, you're going to be able to contract everything a lot better and be able to be in the right position with the right form so that you can perform the exercise to the best ability without any little technical things like scapular protraction or retraction getting in the way of you being able to perform that exercise. So we don't want that, and we want to give ourselves the best chance in performing the exercise and getting it as fast as possible. So first off, just make sure you're working on that scapular protraction and retraction, and really put a conscious effort into controlling the move every time that you do it, making sure that your scapula is always engaged and really thinking about what your scapula is doing as you perform certain exercises. And in case you forgot, this is protraction and this is retraction, guys. Protraction, retraction, easy. And when it comes down to the core, you want to be making sure that you understand how to engage it properly so that you can perform the exercises to the best ability, and the ones that require impeccable core strength, you want to be making sure that you can actually do these exercises, because if you cannot contract your core and not engage it, then you're really going to struggle with things like L-sits, you're really going to struggle with even handstands, things that keep your body in line you're really going to struggle with, which is pretty much most things in calisthenics, because most of the time we're working on being as straight as possible, whether that's on a planche, whether that's on a handstand for instance, and whether that's on a perfect right angle with the L-sit. So really make sure that you work on engaging that core and make sure you're including exercises into your routine that cater to this issue or potential issue. Some good exercises that I'd recommend is the hollow body hold, any beginner L-sit progression, the elbow plank, the straight arm plank, inchworms, and even things like crunches or reverse crunches are a great exercise for learning how to contract that core. Anyway guys, that is it for today. I hope you located the main reason that you might suck at calisthenics, and hopefully now with the knowledge and the information I've given you, you can look into fixing it yourself. And if you still can't fix this problem and you can't quite figure out what it is, make sure to stick around, because I'm going to be making videos every single day for you guys to help you progress to the more advanced levels in calisthenics, and I want every single one of you to get there. So make sure as always to like and subscribe for more calisthenics and fitness content. I post every single day, whether that's a short or an actual full video, so make sure you're not missing out. See you guys in the next one. Peace. Also guys, just a reminder, I have a new program to help you with your bodyweight and calisthenics training called the Bodyweight Muscle Builder, and you guys can grab that by clicking the link in the description below. In this program, I teach you everything that you need to know about calisthenics, all of my tips, tricks, nutritional guidance and supplement guidance, along with motivational videos every single week to help you with your journey and becoming the best possible bodyweight athlete that you can be. You do not need any equipment to get started, and that is the beauty of what I've created with this program. It is jam-packed with so much information, and you also get video demos instructing you on how to perform each exercise as you progress through the program. And I haven't even mentioned all the free bonuses that you're also gonna get if you look into getting the program. So if you guys are interested in this, then click the link in the description and I'll see you inside. Love you guys and see you all very soon.